Let's talk, shall we? Now, you might have heard about this. In communication, only 7% of the message is delivered by the actual words we use. 55% is pure body language and 38% the intonation of your voice. And even though scientists keep coming up with new numbers on nonverbal communication, one fact still remains. If we don't see or hear our counterpart, we miss out on a lot of information. Now, imagine yourself sitting in front of your computer and you hear that familiar ding. You see it's from Sarah, but upon opening, you notice both of your managers are in copy. Now remember, 93% of the actual communication is missing, but unfortunately, your brain reacts using only the 7% of information it has available. So it starts to create its own narrative, taking the form of an epic battle. And you react, of course, replying to all. You hit send and immediately feel a sense of vindication. Now you boil in anticipation, waiting your adversary's reply. And here it comes. Are you ready? What? So here's what happened. Emails don't convey emotions, so you don't actually see the full picture. Instead, you created your own story, a negative one no less, using a limited amount of sensory input. The fun part is, your colleague also made up hers. Oh, and guess what? Your boss has made up theirs too. Now think about how many emails are written each day. That's a lot of potential misunderstandings. So let's imagine an alternative scenario. You get an email that confuses and maybe even upsets you. But rather than assuming the negative and conjuring up a retaliatory response, you take a moment to breathe and reread the message. And if after that you are still confused or bothered, you pick up the phone and call your colleague. Or better still, just walk over to her. It may be closer than you think. Not only will you gain clarity on the matter, but you will also improve the atmosphere and workflow. However, if you really have to write or reply to an email, recognize that electronic communication can be misleading or easily misunderstood. Oh, and by the way, always be sure to choose the proper audience. So basically, don't just react, be proactive to avoid misunderstandings. Sounds better, doesn't it?